Hey there again, how are you? Well, thank you again for watching video number 2. If you haven't watched video number 1, you can click the link right here showing up on the screen right now, or you can also go down there and click the link below for you to understand the whole setup, the different panels, the main window, and the switchers, and all that kind of stuff I explained on video number 1. Basically, what I'm going to be talking today is the main source switcher, which is pretty much the main part of Ecamm Live, which is this little thing right here, these 3 icons. So let's start with that now. Okay, so right now I'm going to explain what the source switcher is, which is the primary menu on Ecamm Live or the main window. Right here you can not just select the camera or swap cameras if you have 2 or more cameras. You can also share screen, and you can also include video in your main presentation. Before I start, I want to make sure you understand when you're using Ecamm Live or any type of software, you need to make sure you're using a really good camera. And the reason for that being is the quality that it can be reflected when you're presenting. Right now I have 2 cameras. I have the one camera that is coming from my computer, which is the webcam from my desktop, and also the camera that is coming, the video that is coming from my DSLR camera. If you don't know what type of camera you can use, check the link below where I explain the 10 most recommended cameras for live streaming. You can check that video to see which one fits not just your needs but your budget as well. You can also purchase a really good webcam from Logitech that now I think they're coming into different options to either live stream in HD and maybe 4K, but I'm not quite sure, so check that out. And also check the link as I mentioned before, and they might be really good options for you. Okay, we are right here. This is called the source switcher, as I mentioned before. And this right here is the camera switcher. Right now, I have that camera selected, that camera icon selected. If I have 2 or more cameras, I can see this part right here at the bottom. This is not visible until I mouse over here. So if I take my mouse off from there, it disappears. If I put my mouse over right here again, it shows up. And here it gives me the option to swap cameras, to bring guests into my screen, and again to have different options when I'm creating different scenes. So I have that camera icon selected, and I have the 2 cameras as I already mentioned. I have this third part, which is one of the big changes Ecamm Live did on the Pro version, which is bringing different guests. Up to 4 people you can bring into Ecamm Live. And you can add this also in your main window. If you want to add, let's say you have 2 cameras that you want to use, and you have, let's say for example, a camera, an angle camera that is showing on your side, showing just your side, or you have another camera in front of you showing a wide shot, you can do it in 3 different options. You can do it by just pressing this plus sign button, and you can have it like this way. You can also press Shift on your keyboard and just press the other camera and it'll bring it as well. Or you can also do it by selecting picture in picture icon, and also again select it, it'll show up right here. And you can move this one around if you want to, if it is on your way, you can move it around. You can also swap cameras from here. You can swap cameras. You can also bring, let's say for example, I want just to bring this one and I want to bring my guest. So again, either shift and press right here and I can bring my guest right here, or I can swap my guest talking on the big screen, or the main screen, and me right here at the bottom. You can do multiple things with it. This is how easy and how powerful Ecamm is. So let's deselect this. Let's go back to my main camera. You can also, in this menu right here, you can select them all. So if you have, let's say for example, 4 guests and multiple cameras, you can bring them all right here. As right now, it pretty much splits the screen to bring everybody in the main window. If I want just to select just 1 or 2, again, you can just switch, shift to select them, the ones that you want. If you want to bring another one, you can just do it so. If you want just to deselect them, you just click the minus sign button to do the opposite. Alright, so that being said, we cover pretty much how you can swap cameras, how you can bring guests into the main window using the video switcher, or the camera right here on the source switcher, which is one of the main parts of Ecamm. Every time, and I created this before, of course, but I'm going to do a video where I start from scratch on how to create the different scenes. But initially I want you to understand all the different setups and the different settings. So when we go into this, you already understand the different concepts. I just want to show you an example. Let's say, for example, I have this scene with my two cameras selected. If I want to go to a different scene and I want to bring, let's say, my guest in half, me at the bottom, I can do that. If I go back to my two cameras, I can do it. If I go back to my guest, I can do it that way too. Now that we have talked about the camera switcher or the camera mode, I'm going to be talking about the share screen mode or the share screen button, which is that one right here in the middle. If you have multiple screens, you can share them in different scenes. So you can share your current application, the one that you are using on your primary screen. Like in this occasion, I have my primary display. If I click current application, it's going to show up the same one. If I click my secondary screen, I'm going to show a website. Let's say in this occasion, I'm talking about Ecamm Live, so I can show this right here. Or if I want to talk about my YouTube channel, I can just show my third screen browser. So whatever you're working on right now, you can do it that way. You can also show, if you have multiple things open in your computer, and let's say, for example, you have a PowerPoint presentation or any type of presentation, it can be in your local computer or online. If it is open, you can select it from here. Let's say, for example, Google Chrome. In this occasion, I have the things that I have open on my browser. And if I have a screen capture or whatever, I can bring it right here. So the good thing about this is you can share specific windows, a specific browser, a specific presentation, or a specific item that it is open in your computer. That's how you start bringing things in the share mode. So let's say, for example, I want to specifically talk about something in this website. So if I want to, like, let's say, talk about the different platforms I can use Ecamm in, so I can just zoom in by doing this, and I can just talk about like something in a specific. If you want to zoom out, I just click the minus button. That's how you can interact with your with the things you're showing to your viewers that way. You can also bring the picture-in-picture option. Again, this is an option for you to interact with your viewers at the same time you're explaining something. If you want to make it disappear, you just click either right here, or you can just click the X. When you are doing like this, you can also swap. If you want, let's say, talk about something and people are already seeing, getting ready for what you're going to show, you just swap it and it'll show this. One of the good things about using the Stream Deck, which is the video switcher from Elgato, is that you can, all these different options, you put them on different scenes. So every time you want to do something, you just click a button from that specific scene and it'll bring this up without using the mouse. So it's more convenient for you, and it's going to make your presentation more easy for you to handle. So now let's jump to the video file, or the third icon, which is the to share a video. I mean, not to share a video, but to show a video in your presentation. So I just click here. I can either select a video from a file, or I can just include one of my recent videos. So in this occasion, I can either go to my graphics or something and select something from here, or I can bring something, as I already mentioned, that I have set up. In this occasion is my introduction, my animated introduction. In this part, I have the different menus where I can click play, of course, to play it. And also I can bring my VIP if I'm presenting video, particular video, and I want people to see me while I'm presenting. Again, I can deselect it. And also I can mute myself if I don't want people to hear me while the video is presenting. So every time you're playing a video, you have this option right here where you can do these 4 things: either to do nothing, to loop video, to play again, of course, and go to the next scene, or to end broadcast. Let's say, for example, I want to go to the next scene. If I go a little farther so you don't see the whole thing, if I play it here, it'll go to the next scene. In this occasion, is my scene with the timer. So whatever the order, let me just go back here. If I have, depending on the order of the different scenes you have, that's how it's going to play. So if you play a video and then the next scene, let's say it's your camera again or something else, it'll go directly to there. That's how it works. There is something I want to explain before I finish this video, is how you can reshape also the picture-in-picture frame. If I go to options, which is the main menu right here, if I go to options and I go to picture-in-picture, I have these 5 different options where I can reshape the PIP or the picture-in-picture frame. I can go classic, which is a little square. I can go square, or I can go circle, and I can put it anywhere I want. That's how you can reshape this. And you can create these different shapes to make your presentation a little different every time if you want to. So remember, you can select from different options. You can either go back to your main window, or to your main camera. Let's say you are sharing something on your screen and you have your PIP option selected. You can make it a little smaller, rounded like it is right now. I like it this way better. Or you can just go back and use just the regular option and resize it from there. Alright guys, so that ends up video number 2, explaining the main source switcher, the different options in the source switcher, including the camera swapper or the camera switcher, the share screen part, and to bring videos into your presentation, and also the little menus underneath each different icon. I hope with all this explanation you can understand now better how you can set up your presentation from the beginning. In the next videos, I'm going to be explaining how you can start creating scenes, to understand the different panels and the different options for you to create a very strong, powerful presentation for your next live streaming event or presentation online. So let's keep up with this, and I hope to see you on video number 3. See you again. Bye.